Alright guys, hope everybody's having a good day today. I'm out here doing a clean on the bike. Doing a little update on this. Something I found interesting is, notice I don't have a lot of plastics on here. These three plastics, which is pretty good on being your main plastics, are very easy to come off. You notice it only has little pieces, little pop-ins right here, there, and there. Same thing on here. This one, same thing here, there, those two, and then those actually slide. Those hooks slide in, and those pop in. But when you take this off, because this is your front that goes around the handlebars, I'll show you in a minute. But when you take those off, be careful because the garments, the rubber bushing garments, actually like to come off with it. And I'll show you what I mean. When I took it off, both of these popped off, so if you're not careful, you lose it down in here or fall on the ground or whatever. But yeah, you might notice why I got the bike sitting funny a little bit on the ramp here of the garage. So my last ride, at the end of the ride, my bike overheated dramatically, and it's no wonder why. I put this bike at Busco, Slades. I mean, I've been through mud after mud hole after mud hole, and I literally never had to wash this radiator out. Never had mud get up in it. I mean, I've had water, you know, well over top of this point here, and I still never had a problem. Well, we did a Husky ride. It's my last ATV video if you're following the channel. That I forgot my GoPro in the truck. Well, at the end of that ride, for some reason that radiator got clogged. I mean, beyond clogged, and it wouldn't run maybe 3 minutes, and then it would go in limp mode. So I just ended up getting pulled back and just shut it off. One chance damage it. But to get to your radiator overflow and everything, to put radiator fluid in it, you take this piece off, but you got to take the side skirts on both sides off first. Take this off, lift that one piece up to get these off first, and then everything just pops out. But the reason for having it like this, even though there's a bleeder valve on these things to get the air out, which I'm never really done it before, so I wasn't gonna mess with it. But I got it at an angle. It's not strong enough angle, but it's at an angle where when I started it up, I let it run till the fan kicks on, so I know the thermostat opens up, to try to get, in case when it overheated, any air bubbles that got into the system. I doubtful it did, but just to play it safe. If you're ever on the trail and you get back to the lot, your parking lot or whatever, and you're having an overheating problem and you got coolant, if you got ramps or your buddy's got ramps on his truck and they're basically like this at a steep thing, take your front wheels, run them up the ramp and stop until your rear wheels hit the bottom of the ramp at that steep incline. Then add the coolant if you need it, if you lost any or whatnot, or if you ever get a blown line, like how I blew this one off right here. I didn't have antifreeze, so I couldn't do nothing, but now I do have some to carry with me. But if something like that happens, throw the line on, put it on a ramp like that, real steep, and pour the antifreeze in. And actually, with it being so steep like that, in the upward position, a lot of times it just circulates all the air bubbles right up to here and gets most of them out, enough to at least to continue to ride, or get it on your truck and be able to offload it and move it around once you get it home without having to push it around. But yeah, I'm gonna drop the skid plate on here. Our last ride, we got into some clay and stuff. As you can see, the water ain't draining out where these little drain holes are like that. It was actually way worse than this. It was, I mean, clogged all up in here. But I want to take the skid plate off, clean it all up. I want to take and clean all this up, wash the bike, do a full detailed clean, because I got mud all stuffed up in there and it's not coming out unless I drop that skid plate. And you know, to keep your bike running cooler and to help it, especially in the summer with this heat, and I'm in Virginia, so we got the bad humidity, taking at least like every 2 or 3 rides, take your plastics off like this, get all the mud, because I had stuff literally down in here where the rear brake is and stuff just packed in there. I didn't even know it was there, but all that stuff actually helps trap the heat, which makes your bike run hotter. It don't cool efficiently. And when you got the mud packed underneath it, I mean, more airflow, and the more that cool air is hitting that bike when you're riding, the better it is for cooling and everything. Keeps your fan and everything from running so hard, because I mean, a lot of people already know these fans here are known to not be so reliable. I haven't had no problems, knock on wood, yet. But yeah, all those side skirts are is right here, one up here, and then you got a little clip that goes in here and right here, and that thing literally just pops out in seconds. And then the top one, which this is the same on the other side, but top one, you got your garments here, and then it just slides over the shifter and it comes across. One thing I am noticing on this bike, and this is from factory, I've never taken this stuff off before, so it's not incorrect, but you see like this, it's taking the actual, it's rubbing all along here on that other plastic. I actually have right here a V here and a V there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this actually popped off and I didn't realize it, so it's been rubbing up in here. So, and it really takes like no effort. I bet you just bouncing around on the trail, that thing's gonna come off again. But it's eating up the plastic. This one don't have one on this side. This thing here is a pain in the butt because there was so much mud and stuff that collected inside up on here, and it just builds up. Same thing right in here, you actually still see it where the gas tank is. It's just ridiculous of how bad it collects. So, you know, to keep your bike lasting longer, like every 3 rides I normally grease everything on this bike. You have grease fittings literally everywhere on this bike. I know some don't have it, but you know, you can install them at the market on a lot of cases. But yeah, just keep it clean, and you know, it helps out. I promise you, it makes a difference. But it needs a bath really bad. Even though I've been spraying it with the hose out here, it's still filthy. I want to do my wife's bike the same way when I get done doing this one, but this figure I pass along. You know, you don't want all this crap getting all up in your connectors, and over time it pays its toll. I don't care what make, model you got, Polaris, Honda, whatever. When this stuff starts packing up into places and stuff, and then you go to work on it and stuff, you get that crap everywhere. Then the next thing you know, you got a mess. You drop a bolt, you never find it because it falls in all that dirt and mud. So we're going to try to make some more ATV videos. I know I've been putting a lot of boat videos up, but some of the weather and fishing has been too good to pass up. But appreciate y'all's support, and catch y'all next time. Later. Can you say bye? Say bye, everybody. Catch you next time. Is that it? Is that it? Later, guys.